Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the last part from chapter 16. With this chapter will get over. That is, today we are going to see about salient features of the Indian Consumer Protection Act 1986, importance of consumer protection, objectives of the Consumer Protection Act 1986, then caveat emptor in practice, and caveat venditor. So first we'll move on with salient features. Features means what? Characteristics of the Indian Consumer Protection Act 1986. So first, why it was started? It is listed below. The features are listed below. The first one is protecting consumers against products and services which are harmful to the health of consumers. So first aim is to protect the consumers. First feature is to protect the consumers. Next is same way protecting the consumers from the breach of contract by sellers and manufacturers. Then ensuring consumers with supply of goods at fair quality. Correct quality product has to be reached in the hands of the consumers. Next is safeguarding consumers against misleading or untrue messages communicated through advertisements. Next one is ensuring that consumers are charged fair price, correct price. Okay, so in order to check whether they are charging the fair price for the product sold to the consumer. Next is ensuring that uninterrupted supply of goods. The supply of goods, they should not create any artificial scarcity. They have to supply the goods regularly to the consumers. Next, to ensure the availability of the goods and correct quantity and right size. So checking the quality of the goods, quantity of the goods and correct size of the goods. Then protecting the consumers against unfair trade practices of unscrupulous traders. Unfair trade practices means deceptive goods will be given and the fraudulent activities will be carried on by the traders. So these are termed as unfair trade practices. So in order to protect the consumers against all these, this feature of Indian Protection Act 1986 was brought in. Next is protecting the consumers against pollution of various kinds. So polluted items also must not be given to the consumers. Next is last one, protecting consumers against the evil effect of competition. Evil effect includes abuse of market power, uncontrolled mergers, bid rigging, etc. That is, all are illegal activities. So in order to protect consumers from these illegal activities, the features of Indian Consumer Protection Act is essential. Next, we'll move on with importance of consumer protection. Why it is necessary, why it is important, consumer protection. Consumer protection has a wide schedule. It not only purports to educate the consumers about their rights and responsibilities, but also help in getting their grievance redress. Grievance means their complaints that can be given a solution. It provides judicial machinery for protecting the interest of consumers to come together and organize themselves into consumer associations. So judicial machinery means according to the law. So according to certain law, they can combine together in order to form groups for consumer protection. Next, we'll move on with objectives of the Consumer Protection Act 1986. What are the goals of Consumer Protection Act? So normally the first goal is protection of consumers against marketing of goods which are hazardous and dangerous to life and property of consumers. Next protection given is about information about the quality, quantity, purity, price and standard of goods purchased by consumers. Next one is for protecting the consumers from unfair trade practices. Next, for seeking redress against exploitation, for giving a solution for the consumers. Next is educating the consumer of their rights and duties. What are their rights, powers and their duties, what they have to do once after getting exploited. So that also will be given education for the consumers. Then ensuring better standard of living for consumers. They will try to give a better standard of living by providing best quality products at fair price. Then putting in place right mechanism like councils and other authorities to enable the consumers to enforce their rights. So bringing in perfect law for the consumers where they can get the solution for the exploitation. Then we are going to see a different concept and a new concept called caveat emptor? Caveat emptor is a Latin term that means let the buyer beware. Beware means be aware. Similar to the phrase sold as is, this term means that the buyer assumes the risk that a product fails to meet expectation or have defects. So the product normally will have defect. So what is our duty? To be aware. The consumer's duty is to be aware. So that only this word has been given. This concept has been given. Caveat emptor. In other words, the main principle, that is rule of caveat emptor, serves as a warning to the buyers that they will not have any recourse, that is any connection with the seller, if the product does not meet their expectations. So they must not go in favor of seller if the products are of defect quality. The term actually means that let a purchaser be aware. What is meant by being aware? Suppose, for example, if a consumer is purchasing a property from another party, in such case, the consumer has to inspect and otherwise ensure that with full confidence, with the integrity, that the product, that is that property, particularly that property, is with best and fair price, and there is no any illegal activities involved in the property. Everything has to be checked thoroughly by the consumer. This does not, however, give seller the green light to actively engage in fraudulent transactions. What is caveat emptor in practice? That's what we are going to see now. It actually means, with an example, that is, under this principle of caveat emptor, a consumer purchases a coffee mug means and later he discovers that it is leaking. So he has no other choice than to keep it with him. Accordingly to their principle, the buyer should have been cautious and should have thoroughly examined the product before buying it, if there is any defect in it. So he has to check thoroughly. A more common example with it is, suppose, is used car transaction between two private parties. The buyer must assume the responsibility of thoroughly researching and inspecting the car by taking it to a mechanic for a closer look before finalizing the sale. If the buyer finds it any damage or failure in the car, it is not the seller's responsibility soon after the transaction is being made. So before the transaction, before the exchange could be done, it is the buyer's duty to check it thoroughly. I have given a picture for caveat emptor, students. Take a look of it. That is, warning is given for the buyer. It's buyer be aware. Buyer should be aware. Next, we are going to discuss about the concept caveat emptor. What is caveat emptor? Caveat emptor already known. That is, let the buyer be aware. Same way, caveat emptor means, it means let the seller be aware. Aware means of what? As you saw, revolution, although sellers assumes much more responsibility for the integrity of their goods in the present day. Today, most sales in the US fall under the principle of caveat emptor, which means let the seller be aware, by which goods are covered by an implied warranty of merchantability. For example, after purchasing the product by the buyer, if there is any defect in the product, the seller will be held responsible. That is termed as caveat emptor. Students, now I have given an image of caveat emptor. Just take a look of it. So with this part gets over, and also this chapter gets over, students. So once again we'll recall what all we saw in this chapter. First about consumer, then about consumer exploitation, then consumerism and need for consumerism, and then importance of consumerism, then origin, evolution and growth of consumerism, and next comes consumer protection, then need for consumer protection, then consumer legislation, then the Consumer Protection Act 1986, then about caveat emptor, then caveat emptor. I believe that you would have understood this chapter properly and it would have been very useful for you all. Thank you, students.